I chose over 20 years ago to live in a very rural area, a decision I do not regret. But living in a rural area, one of the things that you cannot get away from is there's some inconveniences. And one of the biggest ones is sustained power outages. Now, I've had a 5,000 watt Generac generator for quite a few years, probably about almost 15 years. It gets the job done, but I can't run everything, the whole house. I can either run the house or then run the well to pressurize the system, and I got to switch back and forth. And can't run the microwave, you can't do laundry, doesn't run the hot water heater, things like that. I looked around at a lot of different ways to overcome that, either with a stationary unit of larger capacity, or I was seriously looking at one that went as a 3-point hitch on my tractor that I could hook it up. But then I have to unhook whatever's on the back of the tractor, hook it up to the generator, hook it up to the house. So I decided, and that was running close to about $1,700–1,800. So I finally picked this up. This is an Army surplus generator made by Onan. MEP-003A is the model number. 10 kilowatts, conservative rating. I believe it's published that it makes closer to 14 kilowatts at sea level. So I'm about 3,000 feet, so I'm pretty sure this is making at least 10 kilowatts, if not more. It's got a 4-cylinder air-cooled diesel engine hooked up to a 10 kilowatt generator. This is an Army surplus unit, manufactured in 1986. Put into service by the Department of Defense in 1992. Has about 583 hours on it. It's in excellent condition. Still has the marine grade batteries in it, and a 12-gallon fuel tank, which will run at full load, or even 75% of duty cycle. It'll run at least 12 hours. About a gallon per hour, and it runs everything. It's like we're not even on or off of PG&E, except for the noise it makes when it's behind my shop here. So it's about 300 feet from the house. You can just hear it off in the distance. Easy to sleep at night, and it's just like power never went off. So this is what I decided to do. It's got some redundance, like all military equipment does, multiple fuel pumps, multiple fuel filters, a very heavy-duty air filter system in there, and I'm real happy with it. The one thing that I did have to do is I had to make an exhaust system for it. It just, when you buy these, it just comes with this 1.25 inch pipe thread outlet here. I'm not sure what the military uses when they drop these out of a plane into the desert or wherever they do, and they set up this generator for power. But I originally thought I might have to put a muffler on this. It turns out that just this, what I've done here, quiets it down quite a bit. Lets the exhaust exit in a direction that isn't towards any of my neighbors, even though I can't see my neighbors. I do have neighbors. And so this is for sustained power outages, which we mostly have during the winter, but sometimes during the summer. This is my solution. Now, the one problem I had when I set all this up was I need to protect this from the environment. So I can't just let this sit out here. So I'm going to, in the next video, show you how it is I went about protecting this unit from the environments. So this is what I built to cover the generator up in times it's not being used. I needed something that was fairly sturdy. We get snow up here. I didn't want to just tarp it, and in case we got 6 or 8 inches of snow and have to deal with getting that off the generator to start it up. And tarps usually encourage mice and rats and stuff like that. So I had some material left over from building the shop, along with some other material that I kept through the years, and it turned out really handy in this case. So I've got side panels that are removable by those handles you can see there, a roof over it with a folding front protection area that goes up with it, and it's all with pulleys and a winch right there. I can lift the cover up, which I'll do in a minute. I actually, when I was building this, was able to walk on this roof, so I know it'll carry a tremendous snow load if I ever had one. And then here's the other side panel that's removable with two handles. So I'm going to put the recorder on a tripod and show you how it works. So the first thing you do is remove this side panel where the control panel's at. Slide it in here. And there you have it, a retractable cover for the generator. The only time I would do this would be to provide maintenance, preventative maintenance, and to do any repairs as needed. This gets an oil and filter change every 100 hours, and it has a 500-hour valve adjustment and some other major service to be done at that point. And now I have access to it. And when I'm not needing to work on it, it is covered from all the elements, and that's the way I chose to solve that problem.